All right, I am live. We had a little bit of technical difficulties before. I believe everything should be fixed now. Herb and Jolie should be joining us shortly. Okay. Unfortunately, I had to drop the broadcast and restart again, so I had to re-invite them. All right. They have Herb has a lot of information that he wants to put out there, as well as Jolie, because his course is already out. Okay, I did send them an invite, so I hope that they will be joining us pretty soon. If not, Mrs. Diaz, I know you're seeing this broadcast now, so if you can email them, and let them know to check their email so they can see the invite. Now, as you saw in the name of the actual live, this is going to be about motivation. Okay, motivation to get your butts start moving, start getting motivated, and getting things done now. Herb at the very beginning was talking about they as far as the jobs, and he was talking about servers. That servers now come with templates. So if you're doing on the cloud, now you can create a server, an email server, whatever type of server, fairly quickly with just dragging and dropping and clicking. Very easy to do. All right, but the whole thing that I want to point out, because this is something that it's in their expertise. They want to go ahead and talk about that. I'm going to let them do that. And Jolie, obviously, his courses, they're up, so he's going to talk about that. Me personally, I'm seeing a trend. I'm teaching 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, evenings and mornings. Okay, creating courses. I even did some videos for YouTube today, which are probably coming out tomorrow or the next day. Okay. People, I understand that right now things are tight because of this pandemic. Things are rough. People are still getting laid off. Okay. Oh, I got Jolie on here. Awesome.
Yeah.
Jolie.
Yeah.
Jolie, thank you, Jolie. I'm sorry for that, sir.
No worries. Yeah. Not sure why. I got your first invite. Second invite went into my spam folder. Go
really?
figure.
Don't matter. Well, you're here with us. I told them that you had something to announce about your classes. I didn't want to say anything until you came on. So go ahead.
No worries. Yeah. My Linux classes is online and it's live now. You can get it for the next 72 hours on a promo code, and I guess I'm not sure what the promo code is, but
it should be on Globed. If they go to globed.net and look at your course in the description, the promo code should be there.
Okay, cool. And then basically after 72 hours, it'll be at the regular price. I'm also doing on the 24th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So 4 hours. I'm gonna be teaching free switch class, which is basically a VoIP platform. And with that, we're gonna get a working phone system up and running by the end of the class. So I'm gonna go over the history, explain and stuff like that, and then we'll have a working phone system by the end of the class.
And that's when?
That's on the 24th. So
the 24th of this month. Well, from what time to what time? One date?
From 10 to 2.
10 to 2. Eastern time.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the week after that, the Saturday after that, which is the 31st.
Okay.
I'll be same time from 10 to 2. I'll be doing a PF Sense crash course. So,
and the goal there would be what?
Just to give you the basics of PF Sense and get it up and running, and how to incorporate it into your network and do basic routing and stuff like that.
So I will be able to have a person like myself, let's say at home, I will have a firewall set up, an enterprise type firewall set up to secure my network at the house.
Correct.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Herb, I know you were, and I'm sorry, my God, dude, my brother, I'm sorry that we interrupted you, okay? Just, again, if nothing goes wrong in IT, you're not in IT. Something always got to go wrong, right? So you were talking about servers.
I'm excited about Jolie. I'm quite familiar with PF Sense. However, the information he's sharing with us, I'm not proficient with that particular product. and I look forward to the dissemination information he's going to share with us.
Awesome. So, but you have some information that you were sharing.
My message today is basically the tech environment that we're in today. As you and I spoke earlier in the week, and we've been discussing for the last couple of days, how the tech industry is changing, how the pandemic has made some drastic changes in the overall employment environment. Skill set changes are different. We are now having the greatest number of individuals work remotely than ever. In fact, I brought to your attention that I'm currently, I've been working in NOC and network environments for many years. I'm telework at this moment, but something that I wanted to bring to your attention that is really powerful to me is that many of you who work in different environments are working with virtual devices. It's just been brought to my attention that Dell is considering a spinoff of VMware. And I'm kind of confused why. It probably has to do with dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
VMware is an excellent product, but Dell probably has a different, direction of where they want to go with their various products. So I guess they'll separate the two entities. I know Dell is still going to maintain a major stock position within VMware. They're not dumping it, but they're going to do a spinoff of it so that VMware will work as its own entity now without having Dell as the big brother.
So let me ask you, Herb, all these changes that are happening in tech, like you were explaining earlier before the first broadcast ended, you were explaining about these virtual servers that you can create online, that basically with a click, you can create all these different types of servers, email servers, file servers. So the skill set, you mentioned specifically the skill set is going to change. So what does that mean for us, for our students that are just starting out in this industry? What is it? I mean, because if you got something that you just click, and it's done, what does that mean? What is it that we need to do? So what would be the path, you think, at this point right now with what's happened? What do you think we should go?
Me personally, I think what we're doing is we're creating another set of engineers where we're dumbing down the skill set. All right.
Okay. But even though that we're dumbing it down, we still need somebody to know.
We still need
something
people.
breaks.
Here's the thing: we need people from an administrative position. All right. These are not the actual engineers. They would be administrators. They would be administrating the actual servers, applications, permissions. You're going to have a lot of people that work in environments where their main goal is maybe Active Directory.
Okay.
Their main task may be between Active Directory and DAP syncs, resyncing accounts. Various skill sets, but from the senior level position in the background, you're going to still have people, senior level engineers required to fine tune those servers. Those won't be entry level positions. Those won't be junior level positions. Those will be senior level positions. But here's the problem I have, right? And I'm going to go back to CompTIA again.
Yep.
CompTIA has a Server Plus certification.
Yeah.
Why do I like that certification? Because it teaches you the very basics and foundation. Once you build a server, what do you do now? What are you going to do with it? What role is that server going to play in your network infrastructure?
Exactly.
And that's why I like that particular certification.
So we always go back to the same thing, the foundation, right? Which is right now CompTIA. Right now it's CompTIA. So A+, Network Plus, a must, Security Plus, and now you're talking about the Server Plus. All right,
all base foundation.
All base foundation. Yes, Jolie.
They also have a Cloud Plus exam as well.
Okay, can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, it just gives you the basic fundamentals of how cloud works. So right now, the VMware is good, but cloud basically just extends up on that concept and just abstracts everything. So you can have your hard drives on one server, your video on a different server, your CPU. So they just abstract the entire physical hard layer of, of all that. And you have software as a service now. You have something called SD-WAN. You have all these different technologies as a service. So just cloud just gives you an introductory to that and whatnot.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
it's cheaper too.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Well,
VMware with the licensing costs, etc., it's a little more expensive. I think you've got a more robust enterprise level solution with VMware, but it's a little expensive.
Yeah, like I was telling Herb just right before we cut off.
okay.
AWS has a year tier free license for you to play around and do your stuff. So you can build things and play around with it, and it's free. Uh, and I mean, if you build stuff the correct way, AWS is really not that expensive. If you just start building servers just because and you don't architect it correctly, yeah, you're gonna end up spending $5,000-6,000 a month. There's a big insurance company that I did consulting for. I'm not gonna say the name, but they're pretty popular. And basically, we moved them all to AWS. Not just me, but I worked with a group of developers and stuff like that. And their entire infrastructure runs strictly on AWS for less than $300 a month.
Oh wow.
And this is this is a popular insurance company that you see on commercials and stuff like that.
So it's again, I go back to the same question. If everything is going to be on a cloud and everything is based on a template that any individual can just walk up there, click, 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 click. All right. And then as long as he doesn't mess up the clicks, then you just got, you're an administrator, you're in a management level position, you're making a lot of money, but the engineer level people are the ones that need to fix the issue. Because I remember and when the technical academies that people were using, I don't remember what the software was, but it was an application that you create, and I use the same example every single time. They will create a oh my god, a reserved IP address, right? And the DHCP server is with a MAC address, but they don't go into the DHCP server. Grid Square, that's what it was called, Grid Square. They do it in Grid Square, they send it, and it goes to the DHCP server and creates that reserved address. They have no idea how to even go into a DHCP server and do that. So my concern, my fear is, and we're going to talk about fear in a second. My fear is the fact that these students, here I am teaching CCNP, CCNA, Network Plus, Linux Plus, A Plus, Server Plus, Security Plus. We're trying to get all these certifications so we can know exactly what's going on, what's going to happen to the future of IT. Herb, I think, really said the truth. We're dumbing down the IT industry where it's just click, click, click. And that happened to me in Metro PCS when T-Mobile came around. No longer did I have to go in and configure the sites. It was just a spreadsheet that I had to upload from a software. And it's ridiculous. And it's ridiculous that that's happening, because eventually something's going to break. And you're going to need somebody that knows more than just clicking. And you need to go out there, take a look at that router, console in, look at the modules. If it's a hardware issue, if it's a layer 2 issue, if it's a layer 3, you need to understand what's going on and analyze the network correctly. So that's my fear, gentlemen.
I mean, basically, it's all about the mindset. Technology, either you embrace it or you're going to fall behind. And I'm going to give you my personal story. I started working for my the company I currently work for. And I worked with a particular technology called Sonus. There's another technology called MetaSwitch, which are the primary leaders in the VoIP industry, the primary vendors. The Meta guy would argue with me constantly, back and forth, and I said, you know what? I already know Sonus. Instead of arguing with them, I ended up learning Meta, and guess what? They got rid of the Meta guy. So now I do both. It's not that I'm smart or anything. It's just the mindset of what you got. Don't fight it. Just embrace it.
Okay.
Automation is taking over. There, people are automating things left and right. But like Herb said, it goes back to the basics. You can automate things all you want, but when the thing asks you for an IP address, what are you going to put in there? 1.1.1.1.
What happens when that script doesn't work?
What you have to know what you're going to put in there.
Yeah, you have to know. Look what Herb just said. What if that script don't work? And I ran into that issue where a programmer, he knew he just made a typo, but I said, this is the reason it's not working. Look at what you typed. Oh, and it's like, because some people, they're programming, and I've told you this before. I've had programmers call me saying, hey man, I need to automate the network. I don't know anything about networking. So then what the hell are you going to program? You don't know the commands. Are you going to open up a, excuse me for just a second, gentlemen. Okay. Again, hold on. Keep going. Herb, discuss this automation deal real quick, because I'm not going to end the broadcast again. Go ahead.
Well, here's my issue, right? Pseudo skill set people. They're comfortable in a GUI infrastructure, GUI environment. A lot of these servers, even Cisco, if you look at some of their new tools that come out, even setting up switches and routers, they're utilizing a GUI interface. And the gentleman that we all look up to, Todd Lelam, he's like, don't touch the GUI. He calls the the CLI, the cash money line. And our server-based people need to be more familiar with command line versus GUI infrastructure. That's why I've been talking to you, and we've got Jolie with us at this time. I'm really emphasizing on Linux.
I think we lost Lad again.
Okay. Yeah, I know the area where he's at in Florida. We've got two things going on. One, we've got the the hurricane came.
I just
through.
muted myself. I'm not gone. I'm here. I'm just checking things. It's IT, baby.
I wasn't aware that there was a hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Keep talking. Yeah. I'm the hurricane.
we're here on the East Coast. We're experiencing rain right now because of the hurricane coming through.
Where I'm at, I moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. There's an echo somewhere.
Gentlemen, hold on.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing for 3 people with 100 years of experience for this to be happening, but it's not our fault. I'm going to point the finger somewhere else. So, gentlemen, I want to stop the broadcast. The 3rd time is the charm. Okay? So hold on to your seats. Look at your emails. Get ready for a new invite. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, again, I apologize, but this is what you got to do. It's IT. Hold on.